Well, Trev, this is slightly different to rural Quebec.
It's a different pace, there's no doubt about it. This is the city of Toronto behind us, and we're on Toronto Island, which is where everybody comes to play and have fun.
Yep. Now, the best way to get around is by bike, and Trev, I'm going to give you one bit of advice.
What's that?
Stay to the right.
Stay to the right?
Yeah.
These picturesque islands were once a 9-kilometre-long peninsula connected to the city. However, a violent storm in 1858 washed away the sand spit, turning it into a ferry ride playground for families, friends and lovers to enjoy.
Trev, doesn't Toronto look a picture?
Look, it's terrific looking at it from the island. You get a real perspective on just how beautiful this city really is.
It's a pity to put the bikes away. I'd love to see a bit more.
I'd like to get a better look at the city, but I've got a really good idea on a way to do it. Are you up for it?
Yep, why not? Let's go.
Go on.
Trev, when you said you had a different way to see the city, this is awesome, powerboating.
Well, yesterday we were obviously on the island, but today, get out in the powerboat. I saw it that you could do it. What a great way to see this place, hey?
Well, sailing and powerboating is certainly their #1 recreational activity here in Toronto.
Well, with so much water around, Lake Ontario being the perfect playground for people with boats, why not?
OK, give her the oats, come on.
All right. Toronto is Canada's largest city. 1 in 4 Canadians live within 100 miles of Toronto. And when you've got 8.5 million people around, there's a heap to do and see. This stretch of fresh water is easy to navigate, and the 6-knot speed limit allows you to cruise, taking in the spectacular city skyline and gasp in awe as huge planes land at the city-side Billy Bishop Airport, sometimes only metres overhead. We'll try and beat that for a view of the city, hey, Kimbo?
Yeah, it's not bad, but I reckon I could top that quite literally. Get your camera out, Trev. This is going to be a view to remember.
So the challenge has been set. Who can find the best view of this stunning city? And Kim has obviously got lofty ambitions.
The CN Tower is 553 metres tall. That's over half a kilometre. Gee, that is tall. The only way up is via elevator, and the pod at the top, it's got a communication centre, revolving restaurant and observation deck, plus a brand new way to view Toronto, the Edge Walk. Let's go. You first need gear and instructions. Special suits and harnesses are fitted. It's important these are nice and tight. You definitely don't want these slipping out.
Bring it on, have to lead the troops out. Oh, right down through here. Check out this view.
Nothing can prepare you for the first steps onto the narrow metal platform. Even though our small group is hitched to a substantial tracking frame, it's a nervous time, one that quickly eases once the breathtaking views of Toronto, Lake Ontario and beyond are revealed. The metal pathway is only 1.5 metres wide. Walking on it is one thing, hanging off it is another. The guides are fantastic, the views spectacular, and the experience, something I'll never forget.
Guys, how you feeling? Gorgeous morning.
The edge walk continues. Leaning out with the rope tied across the shoulder, peering over the edge onto the people, streets and buildings below is an adrenaline-charged moment. No way. Trev, there's only one way to beat this view, and that's in a chopper. He's done it.
We're actually right above the CN Tower. You can see the guys hanging out off the edge over there. This has got to be the best vantage point by a long way. And for once, I've outdone Kim. So when you come to Toronto, make sure that you put a little bit of money aside to come and do the chopper tour. It's incredible. The heli tour of the city showcases the stunning architecture of the buildings. It's a sight to behold from this height. The new City Hall building is something special, and the early architecture of the region is reflected in the sprawling green grounds of the university, which are really beautiful. Well, it's time for a change of pace. We're heading to Edmonton for the Fringe Festival. A little bit of culture. You're going to love it straight after the break.